Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys all doing well out there. Hope the day is going well. Hope the day is kicking butt in a good way. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know. It's been a long day for me. I'm sure it's been a long day for you. Thank God it's the end of Thursday for me, at least. I know it's going to be the end of Thursday for a lot of y'all, too. And so I'm sure you are very excited and very happy about the Friday coming up. Excuse me. Friday's coming up, y'all. Friday is coming up. Ain't it beautiful? The weekend's coming, and I'm here for it. Hercules. Yes. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well. Hope this day is doing very, very well for you. There's a lot that we have to look into here. See, now the thing is okay. And I know I say this a lot, but a lot of times I get ready. I start to put things together so I can shoot a nice on-demand, or, like I call it, a pop-up video. And then lately I go, wait a second, I'd love to talk to the fam about this. Just these recent developments. I know this could be probably a very, very short video for a lot of y'all in your opinions. But I feel like there's something else here. Now, we talked about the verdict, which we are going to be talking about, like circling back and talking about that and everything, all the things that she's looking at here shortly. But there's this part of me that's like, I need to talk to you guys about this. We need to talk about this as a fam, because there's something that just feels like a discussion, a family talk. Okay. Not a pre-recorded thing, but a family talk. So we got to get into this. Okay. So do me a favor, hit that like button down below, because I want to hear your opinions on this. I want to hear your opinions. I might do something. I might not. Don't hold me to that. Depending on how long this takes, it won't take very long, but still, I might do something. I might not. Okay. But hit that like button down below. That would really, really mean a lot. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that reaction button as well. Please and thank you. Okay. And of course, if you have not done it yet, please do not forget to crush that subscribe button. Crush it. All right. And do not forget, if you're watching on YouTube, do that. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that follow button on my Facebook page. Okay. If you're watching over there as well. Your boy's working hard out here in these streets. Try to give you these updates and these pieces of information. And I told you guys I would give you an update on this. I just wanted to see it through media, not just from people on the Twitters saying things. You see what I'm saying? So we are going to be talking about some things. And of course, if you want to support the channel, which would be really appreciated, hit that join button down below. Consider becoming a member of the family. Simply hit that join button down below if you're watching on YouTube. Okay? And I got something I think I'm going to be doing for Facebook here very, very soon. If you want to contribute, support, so on and so forth as well on the platform alone. Okay. But anyway, let's get into some things. Okay. We got to get into this. All right. We're not going to be on for the longest time, but we're going to be here for a good time. Hopefully. Okay. Now we know that yesterday, if you don't know about this, I'm going to give you guys a brief recap of what happened yesterday. Carlee Russell walked into court. She pled not guilty to these charges, okay, which we will talk about in more detail here in a second. The judge found her guilty of those charges. She's looking at some time behind bars, some time in jail, and some money that she has to cough up to the community, to the government, for their time wasted on searching a girl. I want to call her a girl. For searching a girl that didn't even need to be looked for. Now, we already know about this whole story about Carlee Russell. Okay. We already know about this. It's ridiculous. All right. It is ridiculous. The story that has transpired, the amount of media coverage this story when she first went missing, how much it consumed everybody's life. We were so concerned. All of us were consumed and concerned with this case. Then later on, we find out how much this mother lover was lying through her doggone teeth. Pretty bad stuff. And embarrassing, not only just for her, I mean, mainly for her, but for everybody else that was literally fighting tooth and nail on social media. Let me explain. Let me explain really quick. I don't know if you remember this, but during the very beginnings of this case, there were a lot of other people, content creators, people who are putting things on social media, commentators, were talking about her going missing. And one of the things that was very interesting about it was how quickly people were angry at these content creators who were just asking questions. Not sitting there saying like, oh, we don't believe her or anything of that sort, but they just said, hey, it just seems a bit fishy how she ended up missing. When you see the footage, it's very weird. You see how the car pulls over. You see a figure, because it's really, really shoddy. Like the camera footage is really grainy and not so great because it's in pitch black, for crying out loud. But you see this car pulling over, getting out of the car, all that stuff. There are plenty of people going, wait a second, there's no baby on the side of the road. We don't see no toddler. We don't see no nothing. Then, of course, people were challenging that question. Could this be a hoax? People were calling that out really early on. And it was mainly because of the footage that we all seen. Man, some of y'all have restructured this thing using AI, doing all kinds of crazy stuff to see the footage crystal clear. Some of y'all even said, oh yeah, can't you see there's a truck behind there's a vehicle behind the sign. The sign that's on the side of the highway. Don't you see that? Somebody must have hopped out from behind the sign, grabbed her, jumped on a four-wheeler and drove off. All this crazy stuff went nuts. And people were also getting crucified online because they just said, hey, it just seems a bit fishy. The whole turn of events seem a bit fishy. So even then, a lot of people right now who are all up behind their QWERTY keyboards, behind their phones, angrily punching the keys on the keyboard with anger, saying, how dare you do this to this woman? She's missing, all that stuff. I'm sure a lot of y'all feel really embarrassed by now, at least by now, because the whole thing did end up becoming a full-on mother-loving hoax. And some of these commentators just sat there and they said, hey, you know what? I'm going to die on this hill. I don't care. It's a hoax. It's fake. It's fake news, right? And guess what? They were right the entire time. Ain't that a son of a bee? So a lot of us should feel angry for being fooled. A lot of us should feel embarrassed for going in on certain people who just were asking questions. And that's what's so frustrating, especially when it comes to these types of stories, okay, and these types of cases, especially the ones that are about people who are missing, that are actually missing, and people just ask certain questions and suddenly they get strung up to dry because they ask a question. And I think we all have to learn something from this experience, that we all need to chill the F out. Tranquilo, por favor. Chill. Because you never know when it comes to these stories, you never know who's right and you never know who's wrong. The possibilities are endless out here in these streets. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox for a second. I'll go back on it very soon, trust. But think about it for a second, guys, please. Because a lot of these stories, as soon as you say anything, you maybe have the unpopular opinion, or you just have a little bit of pushback on a particular thing. Everyone wants to just go in on that person. For what reason? It's not helping the case. It's definitely not bringing that loved one back home safer. It's just adding more drama and BS online. So let's be kind to one another and understand that people are going to entertain their thoughts. They're going to entertain the case with questions that I'm sure detectives, law enforcement are doing the exact same thing, asking doggone questions. You feel me? So, other part that's really frustrating about this situation is that anytime now that there's any person of color that goes missing, now we got Carlee Russell in the background. That's another thing that's really, really frustrating about this situation. I don't know how many times we were talking about Alicia Watts, for example, and people were like, oh, this is another Carlee Russell. I saw it in the comments underneath the videos I was putting out. Oh, she out there. She's still alive. This is just another Carlee Russell. Plenty of people saying that every single time. And it's like, wait a second. Time out, bro. Let's look at this really quick. She disappeared and she literally was taken by this man. Dude is passed out in her car with her nowhere to be found. Don't give me this nonsense about Carlee Russell. Now, every time we got that, people saying those kind of things. And it's frustrating because she really put a damper for every single case that's out here from this point on. I'm going to be real. Because we all feel bamboozled, led astray, run amok. We feel all that we feel some type of way. So now we're sitting there going, no, I'm not. My heart is staying right here. Nope. Now we're all jaded. We're doing the Heisman Trophy move on every case. Nah, that's probably, is that a Carlee Russell? Wait, is that a Carlee Russell? Hold up. Is that a Carlee Russell? Oh, it's not? Oh, okay. Now I'll give a damn. Something that I've just noticed. But she really put a damper on some things. So more than anything, damn right we are all talking about this case. Damn right we feel some type of way about this person and all that. And damn right I feel like a lot of y'all agree that she should be getting more than what she's getting right now. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, she is ordered to pay almost $18,000 for this hoax. And she is looking at jail time up to a year, maybe half a year, whatever. Okay. Whatever. Well, you can see right here, she's looking at $18,000 to pay, over $18,000, and looking at time in jail. How y'all feel about that? Now, I talked about it when she was found guilty. Yesterday, when we talked about the verdict coming in, she was found guilty. And of course, a lot of y'all were like, nah, this ain't even enough. And I agree, it ain't enough. And the funny thing is that it seems as if the parents were cool with this. Because you want to know what is going to go down? The parents are going to pay for it. It's not going to be her. And I get it. It's her. It's their princess. They want to protect her at all costs and all that stuff. But she also needs to pay the piper. She also needs to face the music and feel the ramifications of her actions, the things that she did out here in these streets. It's a lot deeper than I feel that the Russell family even realizes. They don't realize how deep this really is. And that's what's frustrating about this as well. Man, there's a video, I don't know if it's still out anymore. I saw it out here in these streets where the mom is going after a content creator who's asking questions. I mean, the dude went in, okay? And the whole point is to get a rise out of these people, right? He most definitely got what he wanted. And mama got mad and came at this content creator. Okay? And let me say this too. Not saying that the Russell family doesn't deserve that. Oh, they definitely do. Okay? They definitely deserve all the anger that's being aimed in their direction right now. But something is not right. And they're willing to die on this hill for their own child. The parents. I don't know if they knew everything or not. The full truth or not. I don't know. I'm not going to put that allegation out here. Okay? That assumption out here. I don't know what is the truth. But I do wonder if they did know when they did those interviews on Good Morning America and all that. When the dad is just looking down, just staring at the ground. He doesn't even say, he barely says 2 words, and the mama's just talking up a storm. It does make you wonder, man. It makes you wonder. All right? It makes you wonder, how much did they know before she showed up on their doorstep and then passed out on the ground? Mama, Papa, you know, that whole thing. Running home barefoot or in her socks because there was like $170 of in cash in her one of her socks that she was wearing. Yeah. Again, make it all make sense. All right. Real quick, let me grab this. I got a super chat. Thank you so much for the super chats. Lulu's mom, thank you so much for the 5, Pascal. She should be ordered to attend every funeral of every lady who is really nabbed and didn't come home. Damn. You know what? That's a great punishment. I completely agree. Okay? Community service for the rest of her life. That's what I think too. Of maybe a missing persons organization or something like that. A shelter of some sort. Something. So that she sees this every single day. And it is a constant reminder of the dumbass mistake that she made, the dumb decisions that she made. Okay? Or maybe she's ordered to work at a Cheez-Its factory for the rest of her life. Something. So she always smells like Cheez-Its for the rest of her days. Okay? Craziness, okay? In my personal opinion. But let's get into this. We've already covered this piece, but I'm just going to tell you guys really, really quick, okay? So we already know she's looking at $18,000. It's facing some time in prison, which could be about a year, all right? So Alabama nursing student, well, whatever. This individual, Carlee Russell, Carlethia, was found guilty of false kidnapping in order to pay about $18,000 in restitution and spend a year in jail. This is what we found out yesterday. Now, Russell's attorney has appealed the decision, and the case is still technically in the quote-unquote investigative state. There's nothing to investigate, y'all. Listen. There's nothing to investigate. There's nothing to investigate in this situation. Nothing. She confessed. Remember that? Remember that, y'all? She confessed. So what investigative state? So 25, of course, Russell, who made national headlines on July 13th when she called 911 to report a toddler missing on the highway in Hoover, Alabama, pled. This part I just don't get. Pled not guilty, y'all. She pled not guilty on Wednesday. But the judge said, you done confessed. You did all this and this is bad. You are found guilty of these things. Okay? But remember, her attorney went on and they appealed. I want you guys to remember that piece because obviously this is the reason why we are here. That conversation. Okay? Now, she is ordered to pay $800 to $500 to $500 fine and a $331 court cost for each misdemeanor charge. So that's what, $1,600? Just about, something like that. All right. For each, times two, what this fine is about times two. Okay. It's $831, which is a $500 fine and a $331 court cost. All right. For each misdemeanor charge. So that's about $1,700 right there. Okay. As well as over $17,000 in restitution, which I still think is not enough. And what's wild, of course, not only is that she is facing a year in jail or 6 months jail time for each charge, but the fact is that her parents would be more than willing to pay this mother lover off. You got to remember her parents she comes from a family of financial privilege. They got monies. Her mom is a real estate agent. Her father is pretty high up in banking, from my understanding. So they have money. So the fact that they're sitting there going $18,000, they're sitting there going, well, hey, that's fine. That nursing school money that we had on the side to pay for her time, for her way through schooling, we're just going to pay that. We're going to use that to pay off the restitutions. Piece of cake. Done and done. Okay. And I don't know how much nursing school is. And I don't know what kind of nursing, what place she was matriculating at. But still, at the same time, the parents got the money. They got monies. Okay. They got money. So this is nothing to them. Or it would be nothing to them. But now they're appealing, which still doesn't make any earthly sense to me at all. Remember, she pled not guilty, but before she confessed. Remember that. She confessed to this mother-loving ish. Okay? Let me just remind you guys that. She confessed. Okay? Oh my God. So we got a little bit of a video I want to share with you guys. And again, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this whole thing. And I asked you guys who are out here, all you my lawyer friends out here, my lawyer fam, is this a dumb move? Is this a bad move? Because now, from what we gathered yesterday, when they appeal, now she has to take this into a court with a jury. From what we read yesterday, now she's got to go into a court with a jury of her peers, and they have to come up with the decision if she is going to be found guilty or not. And I'm sitting here going, isn't this a bad move? Isn't this a bad move? And if you're the lawyer representing Carlee Russell, are you telling her, yeah, go ahead, plead not guilty, and then we're going to appeal? Yeah, do that ish. Yay. Tell me, does that make sense, y'all? Let's take a look at this. I'm going to hop in and out because, I got to, because, fair use and all that crap. But I'm going to blow this up for you guys so you guys can see this. So let's take a look. Let's rock and roll. Hit the number one. Let me know you guys can hear this.
All eyes in Hoover on Carlee Russell today. Her case drawing the attention of the nation. Russell is accused of faking her own kidnapping earlier this year. At one point saying that she was kept by a man and a woman for a full day before she escaped and returned home. After several days of investigating, police decided to charge her with 2 misdemeanors. Our WVTM 13's Lisa Crane is in Hoover for us this evening. Lisa, Russell found guilty today, but she since appealed, and she did so for a reason.
Okay, she did so for a reason. Again, I'm wondering, what is that reason? Trust me, I reached out to some of my lawyer friends, some of our LawTube friends and all that, just to hear what they had to say about this situation, and I haven't heard anything back yet. When I do get something, I'm sure I'll try to at least put it up on the community page or something like that. But still, what is the reason behind this? She is not innocent. She confessed. Also, let me just say this too. Her punishment is minimal, y'all. Her punishment is minimal. It is not some big amount of some crazy sentencing, some crazy fine that she has to pay, or actually her parents have to pay. So what is this? What is she did this for a reason. Get the what? For what reason, baby? What reason? My Lord. To save face? To say that she's innocent when she confessed? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Let's continue.
Yeah, what happened today is called a stipulated appeal. So the defense decided to forego this municipal trial and skip directly to the appeal up to the circuit court. Now, our cameras were here several hours ago and caught images of Carlee Russell entering Hoover Municipal Court with her family. The whole procedure relatively quick once things got started. During that procedure, Carlee had to stand in front of the judge and enter a plea. She pleaded not guilty to lying to police and falsely reporting an incident. Those are the only 2 words she said, not guilty.
Okay, those are the only 2 words that she said, not guilty. I just have the only reason why I'm pausing it right here is you see Carlee's mom. Carlee's mama is over here on the far right, left hand of the screen. You know, wearing the, I don't even know what color that is. What color would you call that? A mustard red. I don't even know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. She's over here in the red-ish, like 2-piece. All right. And then the guy, the content creator that's over here, oh my God, they don't show it. But man, does she Coral. Thank you. Yes, it's Coral. Thank you. It's Coral. All right. But she is literally in the back here, or she's literally over here on the side going after another content creator because she's feeling some type of way about the questions that he keeps asking her. It's absolutely hilarious, but let's take a look at this. This is insane. Okay, let's take a listen to this.
She was wringing her hands behind her back the entire time, clearly very nervous.
Nervous is anyone that go before a judge, municipal court, circuit court, but I think she understands what has happened. She has apologized. I know you all said not through me, but that's not good enough. But she has apologized for what transpired. I don't want her to have any type of breakdown or anything of that nature. So we're handling her with kid gloves and trying to make sure her mental state is just fine.
Yeah, Lisa, she was found guilty today. Explain that.
Yeah, so the judge made that procedural move to declare and find her guilty now, because without a verdict, the case cannot be appealed and therefore move up to the circuit court judge. He did not hear evidence in the case, though. He simply made the ruling to the appeal, so that appeal can actually kick in. Now, the sentence recommendation on those charges was 6 months in jail on each of the misdemeanor charges, so a year in jail and a fine of about $1,700. The city is also asking, though, for about $18,000 in restitution.
And we already know about this part, but I do want to go back to this piece here with the attorney all smiles and just, you know, happy go lucky and all that. I mean, he's making his money, so it doesn't even matter. And he's getting his name out here. But honestly, I'm going to be real. Do you want your name associated with Carlee Russell? I guess no bad press is, there's no such thing as bad press. But something about this doesn't feel like, I don't know. It just seems weird that he's all smileless, standing right next to her. Like what? He's like the Benjamin Crump for liars or something. I don't know. I'm not feeling it at all, but let me play this piece for you guys one more again.
Nervous is anyone that go before a judge, municipal court, circuit court, but I think she understands what has happened. She has apologized. I know you all said not through me, but that's not good enough. But she has apologized for what transpired. I don't want her to have any type of breakdown or anything of that nature. So we're handling her with kid gloves and trying to make sure her mental state is just fine.
Okay, and this is the thing. We want to make sure her mental health is just fine. No, her mental state has not been fine. What you really need to be doing is making sure that she's getting the mental help that she needs, the counseling, the professionals, all those things. You need all that right here. Not, we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna ride this until the wheels fall off or until the parents run out of money. So we're just doing what we need to do. Of course, she's gonna be nervous. First time being in front of a judge, doesn't know what to expect in a courtroom, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course she's nervous, so on and so forth. But we just want to make sure she's in the right mental state. No, she should have been in the right mental state when she should have already had the conversations about where her mind should be, how she should conduct herself, so on and so forth. Right? This, to me, is trash. And I don't get it. How this guy is in here saying, oh, yeah, we're going to appeal this. Why? Like, I'm telling you right now, this man must be the Black Houdini. I said it. He is going to perform the most amazing magic trick known to man. Just saying. Because this does not have any place for an appeal. Now, I know I'm not a lawyer, okay? Nor am I in the legal system like this or anything like that. I'm not someone who whacks legal. I'm not an expert or anything like that. But I know for a fact that when somebody comes in and says, hey, yes, I did it. I confessed that she walked into the precinct and said that she did those things, that she faked this stuff, that this was one big fat old lie, then shows up to court, gets found guilty, by the way, still pleads not guilty, which I'm still going, why did you plead not guilty? Where on earth did you think it was okay for you to actually plead not guilty? She still was found guilty. And then her legal team says, no, we're going to appeal that. Not on my watch. We going to appeal that. Make that make sense. Seriously, make that make sense. Like I said, this lawyer better be the Black Houdini. Better know some witchcraft, some hoodoo voodoo, some wizardry, whatever it may be. He has got to know something that I don't know. She was caught. This is not a smart move, in my personal opinion. Doesn't this make the situation worse for her? Or wouldn't it? Wouldn't this make the situation worse for her? I'm being dead serious, and I'm not asking for a friend. I'm asking for myself. Wouldn't this make it worse? So someone please tell me out there, lawyer fam, friends, countrymen, okay? Lend me your ears. Please break it down for me on how this makes any sense and how someone could have room to actually win. Room to win. Let's not forget the whole point, the whole purpose of them trying to appeal, or the whole purpose of them actually appealing and them doing all this is so that she gets either a lesser sentence, a lesser fine, or she walks scot-free. So why is this when she already confessed? How is this even going down? Someone make that make sense. Okay? And I will say this. I mean, we have talked about this at so many times before, but she is never going to be a nurse. Yeah, maybe she'll be able to find some man out there that will look beyond this hoax and the things that she did. She is still young. She has her whole rest of her life, but at the same time, I see her being somebody who just lives with a buttload of cats. I'm being dead serious. I just don't see anyone, or if she moves to a whole other town, changes her name and all that stuff. The only way I can see her actually living a full, happy life is if she does something like that. I don't see her staying in the Alabama area, in the Hoover area, living out the rest of her life in happiness. I just feel like she is now a town pariah. And any person that knows about this story is going to feel some type of way about her. It's sad because I know somebody just said, yeah, Lil Patty said, with a conviction, her nursing career is over. Yeah, damn right it's over. Of course. But like I said, I don't think she's going to live a happy life from this point on. But then again, you know, there's a lot of people out here that will move on. This will be a story being told. It'll be a story. It'll be a Lifetime movie. It'll even, in fact, be a Law and Order episode. Wait for it. It'll even be a Law and Order episode. Trust and believe on that. But eventually, it will die down. But it'll still be that story that everyone knows. And she will be looked at with judgment for the rest of her life. It's sad, but true. But I still do feel that on this part right here, them appealing to this, in my personal opinion, it is the stupidest thing. It is the dumbest move. Because now they can come at her harder. They could try to get her harsher punishments now. I'm thinking. But then now she's going to have a jury of her peers to listen to this BS. And they're all going to flat out say that she is guilty. She is found responsible for doing these things, so on and so forth. So why do all this? Why didn't she just finish this thing the way it was supposed to be finished that day, yesterday? Walk in, she should have pled guilty. She would have still gotten the same guilty verdict. She still would have gotten what the charges and the restitution numbers. Nothing would have changed. She can go back into her little home and live out the rest of her life and figure out how she's going to pay her parents back that $18,000 plus that she has to pay back to the state. That's it. That's it. That's it. Ain't that something? But hold on. Okay. Yeah, and let me say, because Susan M just said 26 years old is not a child. No, she ain't a child. I mean, what she did is childish for sure. But what I'm trying to say is that she's still young. She still has the rest of her life. 26 is still young as far as lifespan goes. She still has the rest of her life to do right, to make the right choices, to not do stupid things. This is an opportunity. Well, yesterday was an opportunity for her to turn some things around and go on the righteous path. And she still didn't do that, y'all. And if she's listening to this lawyer, if this was advice by this lawyer, I don't think it's the smartest move. But then again, I'm not a lawyer. Unless it was her parents going, no, we are going to appeal to the court on this verdict. Hell no. Whatever. Whoever's in her corner is not making the situation any better for her. Trust and believe it's not making the situation any better. Okay? But I'm going to put my phone number out here, okay, for a quick speak on it segment, because I know we had conversations about this, about the verdict yesterday, and now we're talking about the appeal, which I told you guys I would talk about once I found out for sure that was going down. But I'd love to hear your opinions. One thing I will say this, though, okay, before we get into everything, before you start calling and start, getting your itchy fingers onto the phone and start dialing in the number, okay, keep it short, keep it classy, be respectful, or I'm hanging up on all y'all. I do not care, okay? There's plenty of people who've been just too rude via video or via phone. Be kind, be nice, and I will be the same. If not, I will bite back. I'm just saying that now. Okay? But phone number's out here. Okay? 314-766-4581. By all means, give me a call. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the situation, how you feel about it, so on and so on. There's a lot to break down about this, and I know that there's some mixed emotions about this verdict. But love to hear your thoughts on this. Okay. So again, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it respectful. All right. But again, now we're going to be looking at, we will be looking at court time with her. And I'm sure there won't be cameras in the courtroom either, but it looks like there will be more time in court for Carlee Russell. And and like I said, I'm wondering how they're going to be able to drop these charges, or how he's going to be able to finesse this to make it work out that she walks out unscathed. I just don't see it. I really don't. Hey, what? That hung up. Okay. We had a call. Hold on. Try calling again. All right. Try calling again. Someone tried calling and it just keeps hanging up. But that is fine. Okay. Let's see. Hey, wait, hold on.
Go.
Good. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure everybody can hear you.
It's all right. I was trying. I did it. I was me, but I think my phone sounded weird, so I hung up. So
no worries.
I tried again.
Hold on one second.
No,
everybody, hold on real
Okay.
quick. Hold on. Everybody, please hit the number 1. Let me know you guys can hear this. Okay. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Amy, and I'm calling from New Jersey. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Amy from Jersey. How you doing? What's on your mind? Speak on it.
I have the craziest theory that no one's ever spoken about with her.
Okay. What's the theory?
No. I think she was home the whole time, the 49 hours.
Whoa. Hold up. That's insane. Hold up. Okay. That is a wild theory. Can you explain this theory?
I just don't see her surviving out in the woods.
But on Cheez-Its, let's not forget the Cheez-Its and the granola. I mean,
I just don't think. I just think it's a bunch of crap, and
yeah.
And I'm a nurse, and I could not see. So when you go for your license, they're going to ask you if you've been convicted. There's a lot of questions you're going to be asked on your application when you take your nursing boards.
Right.
But I really think this was planned out. Maybe her mother was in on it with her.
Ooh. Okay.
I think that maybe the mother and her, they wanted some publicity. Who knows? I just think there's more to this, in my opinion. And the people are saying hotel in the chat. I don't think she was at a hotel, because they would have the cameras. They would have the surveillance cameras. They would have seen her. And how would she, get into the hotel? I don't. There would be somebody that would have spotted her. And I think that someone's in on this to get publicity. There's something way more to this story, to be quite honest with you.
I will say this, Amy. That's the first one. That's a new one for me. What you just said. That's a very, very new, like, damn.
No one else is saying it.
No one else is. It's and there's, like, here it is. There is no bad theories. There's no such thing as bad theories, especially when it comes to this case. So when it comes to this, though, okay. So she got out of the car and she just walked into the grass, right? She walked into the woods, and then she reconvened with the mom and dad, and then hid in the house? That's your theory?
She could have gotten in a different entrance in the house. You don't know. That's a big house.
True.
It could have been some place, and then they were in another state or something. She could have been hiding out there and then left and then pretended to walk back in.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. I mean,
but
yeah, go ahead.
And she could have been quiet and all of that. You never know.
Right. I mean, it is pretty crazy.
That's just my theory. Just my theory.
No.
No one's saying that.
There's no such thing as, like, with this case, there's no such thing as crazy theories. I mean, we heard her saying that she was running around with a balding redhead man. There was a baby on the side of the road. She was being fed cheese crackers, while a white woman was playing with her hair and all that stuff. So trust me.
So bizarre.
So your theory is not, I mean, it's shocking to me, but it's not bizarre because we don't know what happened, right? And the mom and dad, or at least the mama, okay? The mama has turned into Mama Bear, but rabid Mama Bear, like Mama Bear on rabies, okay? And I keep wondering why. Father's been quiet as hell. Mama's been very vocal. So it does make me wonder why she's being so protective. Go ahead.
Yeah, the mother had to say, I'll let you go. I'll speak because you want to be sure. I let somebody else call, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate it, Amy.
Have a good night.
Thank you. You too,
Bye-bye.
sweetheart. Bye-bye. That was a new one. That was a new one. That was definitely a new one for me. Hamburger. Hey, you're on the mic. You're on the mic with the Pascal Show. Hold on 1 second. I'm muting and unmuting and all that stuff. You're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Uncle Charles from Birmingham, Alabama.
What's up, Uncle Charles from Birmingham, Alabama? How you doing, man?
Man, if I'm doing just as good as you, then I'm doing all right, bro.
Okay, good. So what's on your mind, man? Speak on it.
Let me explain something to you, and I'm gonna keep this real short.
Shoot.
I know Judge Anthony. I've been knowing Judge Anthony all my life. I remember when Judge Anthony was a judge. I remember him because he tried to lock me up for 6 months, and I've been knowing him all my life. So he's a pretty decent attorney.
Okay.
What I want to say to all parents, at some point you have to let your child be a child, and then let your adult child be an adult. See, this could have went far worse because, first of all, if I was on the side of that road, you could take my phone, you could take my credit card. But a white man with no hair, you ain't taking me in no bushes. I can tell you that right now. So I'm going to tell you just like this.
Uh-huh.
If they don't let her be an adult and get her out their house, because if I was her daddy, she'd be out of the house by 20. You see, you have to let her, you can't keep on, you're going to keep on defending her until you become ruined or you're locked up. You got to let her be grown now. That $17,000 that owed to Hoover, she should pay it.
Facts.
The court costs, she should pay it. Parents, when they're grown, let them go. Let them go, because if you don't, I have seen it. I have seen where they ran the parents so crazy, they end up in a mental hospital or dead one, and then they're living in the house, wondering how they're going to pay bills. Well, you shouldn't have to wonder. You don't killed us off. You should have the woman. You got control now.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Yeah.
Let them go. Let them be a Dutch. I don't care what kind of problem she got.
He
I don't
said,
care what kind of problem she got. Take care of yourself.
Uncle Charles just said, let them go. Let them be. Let them go. But then let me ask you then this, okay? The fact that the lawyer, you just said he's a good lawyer, right? Lawyer Emery Anthony, right? You said he was a good judge, or he was a good judge and he was a good lawyer. So what are your thoughts on the appeal? They're appealing this. She pled not guilty, but she did confess. So what are your thoughts on this, Uncle Charles?
My thoughts is on this is that it's like her parents is the one on trial. That's what I can't understand. She broke the law, but y'all the one making all the decisions. You see, we come into this gray area where them the parents, and she's the parents, and she's child, but she's an adult child. The thing is that she wasn't far from home. She was never far from home. They already see. Sometimes people can do things for attention that got to live a certain status or trying to live a certain status.
Yeah.
They pull stuff like this to try to, other words, they want to be something they're not. And I know Hoover. Let's not get this twisted. I know the city of Hoover. I've been there, and you got that bad part of Hoover too. So let's not upscale it. Let's not upscale Hoover. Hoover got a bad side too. So I don't know what they think they're thinking. They think they stand in Hollywood Boulevard. I don't know, but sometimes people do things to get that attention or create a narrative where they can make money or something like that. This looked like a money grab to me at some point. And when it didn't go right, it went west. That's what it did. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say this in closing. You had white parents out there that lost their kids. That when some of them was dead, some of them was found alive. What she have done is open it up for a real kidnapper to grab you, and this time nobody will believe you.
Yep.
Nobody will believe you. The boy that cried wolf. Read the story.
Exactly.
Read that story, and you'll understand why. She's gonna. I pray to God that never happens. But when you set a narrative, and this happens, when somebody grabs you, they won't come. They won't come. And you'll be the little boy that cried wolf. You don't want to be there. And that's all I got to say, and I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you, Uncle Charles, for calling in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You stay blessed.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace. You know, now I feel like I did something bad. No, but Uncle Charles had a very good point there. Okay, a lot of good points in there. All right, message. Let's get into this next one. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Rachel Hunter, calling from Ohio.
What's up, Rachel from Ohio? What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Yeah, this whole Carlee Russell thing is crazy confusing, and I totally agree with everything you said. They need to go to book at her and give her the 6 months to a year and all the fines that she needs to pay back for all the wasted time that she wasted on everybody searching for her and everything. And like you said, what the lawyer said and everything, I agree with you on also trying to get her to plead not guilty when we all know and the world knows she is guilty. She pled guilty, like you said.
Yeah. This, the whole thing is bad, and I don't think it's a very good look with this whole thing. I just don't. I really think it's bad. It's a waste of time. She shouldn't be wasting more taxpayer dollars by going back into court, doing all this crazy stuff. Like I said, the math is not mathing to me. And I feel like she's trying to make a real life Lifetime movie out of this whole thing. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating.
Yes, I totally agree. Like I said, I agree with everything you said and everything. It's just it's a crazy situation. I've been following it from the beginning, so it's like
right. It just keeps getting crazier and crazier, and wilder and wilder. And I keep thinking we're done with this, and then it just keeps getting things keep getting added on. But Rachel, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. We'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Man. But yeah, I mean, let's be real. I think we can all agree on how crazy this situation has become, how crazy this situation is, and how frustrating it is too. Because let's be real, there's plenty of other things that we could be doing right now, plenty other stories that we could be covering, which we do. But at the same time, we still have this story that isn't done yet and just keeps getting added on and on and on. And that is frustrating. That's very frustrating. And a lot of what you guys just said in your phone calls very much is the same. You guys are all echoing the same thing. It's trash. It just doesn't make any sense. And it's frustrating that we have to sit through more of this BS. Why can't they just serve her the justice that she rightfully deserves and keep it moving? The only thing I can sit here and say on this that is a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of us that are seeking this justice is this. She could look at a harsher sentence. She could look at harsher fines here, because she's trying to bring this into circuit court now. Now she's trying to bring it into with a jury and everything. So maybe this gives the state an opportunity to tack on a few more things. Mind you, a lot of the charges that she's looking at are minimal. They're small charges because they don't have anything in state law that can handle what she has done. They don't. We even had the chief of police talk in interviews, and he said, yeah, we don't have those kinds of things. We've never had anything like this. I don't think a lot of states have dealt with a Carlee Russell, a Sherry Papini type of situation. So they don't have certain laws and certain punishments lined up for people who make these types of crimes happen. A lot of times they're just small little slaps on the wrist, or there's fines that they have to pay, and that's it. But there's nothing else with the situation. So she's going into court over slaps on the wrist right now, guys. Real talk. Slaps on the wrist. Maybe she's refusing it to be, the 1 year. Maybe she's really fighting the fact that she doesn't want to go to jail for a year. And I get that. That could be really, really terrifying. Okay. But at the same time, that's only the most that she's going to look at. That's the most that she's looking at, unless the state, during the time between the time that she appealed this verdict to the time that she walks into court again, unless the government suddenly starts tacking on new charges, new ways of punishing people like a Carlee Russell out here, she's walking in, she's fighting over a slap on the wrist, y'all. That's the part that doesn't make sense to me. That's the part that's frustrating to me and angers me, because it's like, wait a second, you should have just said, thank you, I'll move on. When do I have to turn myself in? Most of the time they turn themselves in. Most of the time they go in and they do their piece. They're in there. She probably will get out very in turnaround time on good behavior or whatever her lawyer can do. And then all she has to do, or her parents will have to do, is pay that fine. That's it. So why do all this extra ish, y'all? Why do all this extra ish? It's so extra. It is frustrating. And to me, it's a waste of time. She should have just done what the judge gave her. She confessed. She showed up to the courtroom. She should have pled guilty, because she is guilty. She was found guilty, and then she was given her sentence and her fines. She should just pay it, do the time, which will most likely be a few weeks, y'all. Watch it be just a few weeks, man. She's supposed to be in there for a whole year, but depending on good behavior or whatever. But knowing lawyers and all that, and it seems like Emory Anthony is not a crappy lawyer. So I'm sure they would have argued about getting her out within weeks. And then she would have been let go, kind of like a Juicy. Okay? Juicy Smollett. Remember that? He was in for weeks and then he was let go. And he was looking at more time than her. So again, she is fighting nothing. She's literally fighting nothing. What for? To save face? It's already the damage is done about that saving face-ish. Okay? She already done the damage on that. Court of public opinion, that verdict has long been turned in. So what is this for? And I feel that some of it has to do with her parents. Her parents can't even fathom the idea of her being actually locked up like this for a year, let alone even a day or two. Because it's also their legacy that's attached to her name. Let's not forget that too. It's insane, guys. It's absolutely insane. But I told you guys, when I found out or saw the news actually say that she did appeal this verdict, that I would talk to you guys about it. And there we have it. She is appealing. I think it's the dumbest move ever. It's only going to get worse for her. It just puts her face out here even more. It makes people more riled up and angry. And, Uncle Charles was right when what he said in that phone call. It's the boy that cried wolf situation. There are plenty of other people out here that should have more focus. There's so many other cases, so many other missing persons that are out here that need eyeballs, passion. Then our focus and time on someone like this. But again, what she did is very, very wrong. And I'm just hoping that this is not a situation that tarnishes help for other men and women of color out here, because there's plenty of them that are still out here lost and have not been found yet. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, being a part of the conversation. We got more stuff to talk about. Don't you worry. We got more coming. Okay? More ish is coming down the pipe. There's some other stories that I want to talk to you guys about. Also, I will say this too. There was new updates revolving around the Jennifer Mendez Oleskoga case that I've been covering. There's some new footage that just recently came out. Please take some time to go and take a look at that video. There needs to be more awareness on that situation. She is a teaching assistant, 24 years old, that went missing out of Dallas, Texas. She's been missing for 2 weeks so far, and no one's found her. There's another thing. As soon as she went missing, there were text messages being sent to her friends, basically saying, you'll never find her alive, so on and so forth. Please go and check out that video if you don't know about it. All right. Also, I do have this GoFundMe. Thank you, Nicole, for reminding me about that. But I do have this GoFundMe. I am trying to raise some money for a special. Hold on. Let me just pull that up right quick. Trying to do a Christmas special for you guys. And it's right here. Hold on. Right here. There it is. Full-on Christmas show special. Please go, if you can, check it out. I'll make sure to put that in the description box down below. It is making moves, which has been amazing. I got to be honest. And if you want something that's just a little bit different, some holiday cheer, some good times, and some laughter, please be kind and go and support if you can. That would really, really mean a lot. Okay. But yes, please go check that out. One more time. There it is. Sorry, I'm just reading you guys' comments and everything. But yes, please go check it out. You guys have been so generous, so amazing. You guys have been putting in and donating and all that. But please let's keep that energy, okay? Because I'm trying to make this bad boy happen fairly soon, so I have enough time to actually shoot, and turn it all around, so I can get it out to you guys, so we can watch it and be a part of it and have a great time for this holiday season. So please go over and check it out, okay? That would really mean a lot. Okay, guys? But anyway, Pascal, you are leading the new networks. Thank you, C. I appreciate it. Yeah. Working hard. Working hard trying to do some dope things, okay? And do some different things. I want you guys to come to this show and get a different experience than what you get on other channels, okay? So please go check out that GoFundMe. That would really mean a lot. Again, our goal is we are trying to reach $6,000. Again, it is raising a lot of money for a big production. And I could really use the help. So please go check that out. Okay. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay. I'm the leading news network. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm trying to do it. Baby steps. Okay. But anyway, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make a scream out your name, okay? Hit that reaction button down below, please and thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button, please and thank you. And if you want to support the channel even more, not only if you want to just help out with the GoFundMe, but you can also go and hit that join button down below on YouTube and become a member of the family, okay? That'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you guys very, very soon, okay? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Go check out my Jennifer Mendez Olasquaga video, please. Let's spread some more awareness on that story. Please go take a look at it. Please, 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 and thank you. That's someone who actually is missing right now. Let's go help find her, okay? We need that same energy over there too, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.